Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I just got home from work not too long ago and rested for a few minutes because I did a lot of physical activity at work today. And I thought, I just need to stretch out and just rest. Just close my eyes and rest my legs, and then I want to come out to the workshop. I didn't even rest as long as I wanted to because I wanted to be out here. Or how should I say it? I didn't rest as long as I thought I would want to. So several people mentioned that they would like to see a full flip through of this. I love the way it turned out. So you can see from this view how wide the book is. And believe it or not, all of this was in just a one signature soft cover. So if you cinch this up, you know, it was definitely a gator mouth. At the time, it didn't matter because, like I said, I had it on a stand where people could look through it, and it was never like closed and sitting on a bookshelf. What I did was just to cut the cord that was binding the signature in, and then the cover I just cut right down the center. So this is part of the cover. This was the front of it, and then this was the back in here. This was actually part of the binding, what is just ended up being pinned on over here. And I love to make signatures, 2-page signatures with the fabric strips, almost like I'm doing in the current art journal, except to those I'm adding a little bit more fabric. And I think there are some videos on my channel showing how I do that, maybe under binding methods. I don't know. I'll try to look and link one if I can find it. So now look how wide this binding is. And how can I explain this? So I cut a piece of fabric. It's this floral fabric right here. And then sewed all of these signatures in with the sewing machine. You can see the machine stitches down through here. And like this one has a lot of space in between it. I'm not worried about that. You could pin in another signature if you wanted to. This was actually, I had glued some pages together in the process of doing some artwork. So instead of 2 pages, there are 4 here together. But again, that's stitched right down the center with the sewing machine. So this fabric here is what ended up making the spine. You can see it in here. See how wide it is? It almost looks like an accordion under there. And then I just came back over the top of it with some of the pieces of that beautiful snippet roll that I made not too long ago. And you can see that I used safety pins to attach the snippet roll to my new binding. And I love it. Well, and actually I sewed the snippet roll on this end and this end to keep it in place. But in order for it not to have this big gap between the snippet roll and the fabric that the signatures are sewn to, I just went through with some safety pins and pinned it down in some different places. But let's just go through. So with this book, I was wanting it to be just really beautiful and romantic, a lot of shabby chic, Victorian, just the creams and the cottons and whites, off-whites, laces, cotton laces, and buttons. There's some really beautiful items that have been gifted to me. There's a little tag here, a copper tag that says art, or maybe that's brass. I can't tell. And then once you get inside, one of the fun things about journals that are bound like this is that they lay pretty flat. I'm going to end up catching that on fire. It's not out here for effect. It's out here because I wanted it lit close by. I love this candle. It smells really good. I'm gonna put it over on my sewing machine. And it's also actually some heat, believe it or not. Since I've been at work all day, the workshop's kind of chilly. And it's amazing what one candle with the 3 wicks like that, how much heat it can add. But I have my heaters on, so we're good. But you can see there's a pocket there, and I probably need to put something in that. Oh, you know what we could put in there? We could put this tag from yesterday. How bad would that be? The color scheme is off a little bit. But I don't know, we might just leave it in there. And there are some beautiful pieces from my friend Mary. Her channel is Tidbits from the Attic, and she's on YouTube. She also has a Facebook group. So Mary had pre-made some beautiful little clusters and pieces of snippet roll that she sent to me, like this. That is one, and then that's one, and you can see all the beautiful buttons. They're just images from everywhere, things from old books, images that came from different places, whether it was things I had out here or things Mary had sent to me, or just a lot of old magazines and catalogs. So this pocket is made from part of a snippet roll. That's glued down. And then this is something that Mary sent. Sometimes you just have to create your own sunshine, and that's closed up. It's just a decorated envelope, and it looks very old. And I put the paper clip there to keep it from sliding out. Beautiful old catalog pages. Look at the patterns. That's actual ephemera from an old book that I had. Just little pieces of fabric. I think it's really pretty. I love all of the colors on this page. I believe that's from Mary. And then that's just some ribbon I had here. That's an old print, I think. There's a beautiful old image from an old magazine. Very old. Another piece from Mary. And so you can see a lot of the pages have been tea stained. That's beautiful. See, it's got like the little curtain on it with the charm. It's beautiful. It looks like an angel. And the butterflies. And then under here we have these beautiful images. And a beautiful piece with some beads on it. More images. I love the roses in the background. That's a cluster that Mary created. And then there's a part of the snippet roll that I recently made. That I think is from Mary and one of her things that she made. Endure and keep yourself for days of happiness. I love messages like that. And then there is a belly band if you wanted to put something in there. Just beautiful pages. And you can see, like, this is one signature here that's sewn onto that fabric strip. There are the stitches down the center. The fabric helps to reinforce it. Beautiful pin here. That's actually an earring. And that's where I stenciled some pages. Another beautiful page. We have this ribbon with the butterflies on it. A wax seal. This says, clothes mean nothing until someone lives in them. Another little fabric piece from Mary. And that's from an old, very old magazine, like from 1899. It's an ad for corsets. There's another pocket if you wanted to put something under that. And that's part of the snippet roll that I made. Just a beautiful image here. And then there's a paper clip with a little piece of ribbon and a beautiful, like a jewel, a sticker type thing. I believe that's from Mary. And again, this is another, the signature's got 4 pages, 2 on each side, and that's sewn in with the fabric strip. And Mary did this. I love that it's got samples stamped on it. And then we have all of these pretty little samples. Isn't that an adorable idea? I love that. And then that was a beautiful old page. It was falling apart, and I stenciled some around the edge. Just beautiful, beautiful images. And that's a leaf that's been glued down, like a silk leaf or paper leaf. Plant a seed and it will grow. That's from Mary. Just so many beautiful things in here. That's from an old ad. You can see Pompeian massage cream. Butterfly, another piece from Mary. And then there's a beautiful envelope. Mary made this one. Just really beautiful. And then on the back, I have my birdsong stamp. There's a guinea feather from my mom's yard that was in the snippet roll. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm actually going to sell this one. I haven't really written anything in it. This would be a great one to write like favorite thoughts and quotes and memories, or just to journal in. There's still some space to add some things, but it has a lot in it. It has a whole lot in it. I absolutely love this, but I think it needs to go to a home where there's space on the shelf and where somebody will treasure this. So this is currently in the Ko-fi shop, and I'm still out here working on fun packs. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back really soon with some more stuff. All right, bye for now.